So as you can see, the truck is really wet, so we're going to be doing windshield wipers, and I'll show you why here right here. So you can see I got here on a rainy day, so I didn't get the chance to do this before it rained, but I did already buy the parts, so that's why we're going to do it today. But on camera it actually looks like these wipe fairly well. I don't know if you can see if I hold it up close or not. Not really. There's a lot of streaks. The camera does a really good job making them go away. Kind of see them there. There's a lot of streaks in the wipers, and especially when it's dark, those get really, really annoying. So that's why we're going to swap that out. And that's why you should do it before it rains, so you don't get caught in the rain like this. And this is something you should do anytime really you buy something you plan on keeping for a little while. Because windshield wipers are so cheap, and you really want to be able to see where you're going. Now for an off-road rig like what we're doing with this fine machine here, I went ahead and bought these Amazon special windshield wipers. They were 12 or 15 bucks for the pair. And especially for an off-road rig, you don't want to be buying super nice expensive windshield wipers, because when the mud and stuff gets all up in them and you're wiping mud away, it really eats away at the wipers, so you go through them a lot quicker. So paying extra for the nice set really doesn't pay off. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these on, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, so now that we're going to get the adhesive off, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a paper towel of some sort and put it underneath where you're going to be working, just to kind of protect where all the stuff is going to be falling. Now, this doesn't really matter all that much on a car like this, but mine will get behind my fender flares, so I can't wipe it up later. And again, don't do this to a nice car. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with some brake clean on the rag. So put brake clean on your rag, or crappy rag, and then wipe the adhesive. And we're going to do this a couple of times, and then we're going to go over it with some rubbing compound to kind of help clean it off. You can see a little bit where I did it right here, where there's some swirl marks. But then we'll go over it with some rubbing compound to kind of help clean it up and protect it from continuous erosion, basically. But the reason we're doing this on the trail rig here is we're going to have this thing pinstriped to hell with all the trees and branches and stuff that we're going to be driving through. So we really don't care about the quality of the paint. But brake clean, gasoline, anything like that really just eats away at anything adhesive. And I'm really sorry that that thing is saying loud. Clean an area over here on the cab that we haven't touched. So there you can see in the light, it's a little blurry and smeary almost because of the brake clean. And then compared to our original paint here, I mean, you can already see it's kind of hazy and scratchy already. That's why you only do this on something cheap, though. It really does not good for your clear coat. But from 10 foot, it looks real nice. So one of the last things that we need to do for the truck is tires. And while being one of the last things that a lot of people like to buy because of the price, it's one of the most important. Because this is what's going to put your power to the ground and get traction when you're off-roading. So I decided to stick with a stock size tire on this truck. Didn't want to put any lift, didn't want to mess with the torsion keys. Really didn't want to mess with the torsion keys. And I could have gone an inch bigger maybe, but we clear the fender wheel back here by about 1.5 inches, which is about where we need to be, especially going over bumps with the wheel turned at full lock. So without trimming, this is right where I want to be. So, all right, so what's next for the S10? Actually, We got some lights to put on the front bumper right here, and I'll show you those in a minute. And we got some lights for the back of the truck to help us see a little bit when we're off-road and it's a little dark outside. It's something you don't know if you're going to be out late, but it's really good to be prepared in case you are. So we're going to throw some lights on here just off of Amazon. I'll put prices up like usual, and I guess we're just going to jump in and get right to it.